Hi everyone and welcome to my 2025 recap, because what's a better time for a recap of last year than it's almost the beginning of March. So better late than never, I think. So I was thinking we can look at some highlights and stuff I never published that I wanted to publish. I have so much video footage, it's crazy. So yeah, let's begin. Hello, I'm happy. We have just arrived home after a week out in the truck. It has been fun, but we are tired. So let's begin. So about a year ago, I filmed this vlog. Wow, it's already a year ago, where I talked about what I want to do this year, which was last year. And that was finding a job that I enjoy. I want to see more of the world, or more of Europe. And I want to focus on editing my videos, as always. That's a good promise. I rarely keep it. But I had high hopes for the year, and yeah. I also went to Gothenburg Horse Show, and I saw some Western riding, and I got really inspired because I thought it looked so freaking cool how synchronized the riders are with their horses, and yeah, it just seemed like great fun. But I never really did anything about that, but I did feel inspired. I mean, just look at this. This is incredible. Slow motion filming. Gothenburg Horse Show is like every year, but I didn't go this time. I was doing other things, working. Yeah, this was so cool. I was standing there like, oh. Heck yeah! So I still really miss having horses in my life. So yeah, maybe one day I will have horses in my life again. We never know. That would be nice. So most of you know, my life has been focused around Norway a lot this past year, and this was actually before I had my new job. I went to this cruise ship experience for 6 days, where you ride a boat from Kirkenes in the north of Norway to Bergen in the south of Norway, and it was such an incredible experience. Yeah, this is what the boat looks like. It's the same kind of cruise as Hurtigruten, as many of you probably know, but this is Havila Voyages, a bit newer, a bit more modern ships. I really, really enjoyed this trip. It was a trip of a lifetime. So, Cassie, when will this vlog come out? I'm working on it. He heard someone outside. So yeah, that's a vlog to look forward to when I start editing that. It is gonna be so big. That's why I haven't done it yet. It takes such a long time and lots of effort. So yeah, other things come in between. Yeah. Just look at this footage. This is from the North Atlantic Road. We took a bus ride here to see some mines also. It was a great adventure. Wow. Yeah, Norway is incredible, I must say. And speaking of Norway, of course, the biggest thing that happened to me 2025 was this truck, I'd say. Yes, I found a new job that I really, really enjoy. Or, to be fair, the job found me. And that feels so incredible to be able to say that. I get to cruise Norway, I got to see Denmark, I get to see the rest of Sweden. I've never seen it before, and it's so incredible. I have developed so much as a person and as a truck driver since I got this job. I've been pushing my limits and learning, wow, I can do so much more than I thought. And I still have some vlogs I haven't shown you yet from this trip, especially. Just look at this, it's incredible. Oh, and that reminds me, as a gift for Christmas, my boss gave me this Employee of the Year award. And we don't have to focus on the spelling of employee or that I am the only employee of the company. We don't have to think about that because I have never won this award before. I got so happy when I got this. I have actually put it up on the wall so that I can see it every day, like, oh, that's me. We are not really doing this in the correct time order, that's not important. But I did sail with the 103-year-old schooner, Ingo, a few times this summer. I'm feeling like Pippi Longstocking when I am on board of this ship. It is absolutely incredible. So I am sailing as a crew member. I got the basic safety certificate to be able to work on super yachts. That was my original idea of what I wanted to do in life. But I ended up here on this boat. This is not like a job really, it's more a volunteer thingy. They do these kind of cruises a lot during the summer, and it's so incredible to be able to be a part of this, a part of history, you know. I'm feeling really happy that I found this, and we'll see if I join again this summer. I hope so. This is so cool to be able to show this. Yeah, that's me. So I finally did find a job on a boat. But speaking of working on boats, that's another thing I did this year. This was a great achievement for me. I worked for Stena Line. I worked on the boat Stena Danica. This is not that boat, but it's a sister boat, of course. I worked in the hotel part of the ship, and I also worked with the dishwasher, and I really enjoyed that job. Also, of course, my cat managed to give me a bruise on my eye on my first day on the job. Yay! I got to see these amazing sunsets and just think about how lucky I was to have this. Also, of course, being summer, lots of swimming, lots of barbecue outside in the wild. Here I'm showing my stand-up paddleboard skills. Happy is very impressed, as you can see. Yeah. This is me steering Ingo. Captain. I'm feeling so proud right now. Steering a ship is kind of similar, but also very different from steering a truck. It is definitely the most heavy kind of vehicle I have ever been steering. So that's nice. Look at me, I'm so proud. Here she is in all her glory. She needs some paint, I think. Yeah, it's hard to describe this feeling, but it is amazing. I also made a promotion video for the Scania Pro Remote. I had so much fun recording this video, and yeah, this is not a sponsored video, I'm just just bringing it up because it felt so cool. Also, here I started to drive and the drone just kept going. So that was fun. I also went to Skåne Truck Show for the first time, and it was so much fun. I was filming like crazy. I had the time of my life. My friend has this tiny little truck that I got to be the driver of. So we just were driving around. I put the GoPro on the roof, as you can see, and I was just... it was a very appreciated little thing. And I can't wait to get here on 2026 as well. I mean, just look at all these trucks. Yeah! I was also back in Antibes in France this spring. This is in April 2025. I went back here to find a yachting job again, but that didn't end like I had hoped. I was just so happy to be here again, and I went in to see a birdhouse, and I was just enjoying, Nice at the first day, before I went back on to Antibes. Flamingos and fish. It was really nice. I really felt so touristy, but that is fine because I was filming myself from a distance. I remember getting so tired and thirsty here already. I was also doing a live stream on Twitch here, and I was amazed on how much internet connection I had. Yeah, that's the thing I want to do more this year. I want to do more live streaming because it's so much fun. Wow. I kind of want to go back now when I'm seeing this footage. So as you do, you go down to the harbor and you see the boats. Yeah, the perfectly normal-sized boats they have there. It wasn't as warm as the first time I was here to take my powerboat license. The heat hadn't arrived yet. So it was about 15 degrees, I think. So no one was swimming, not even me. But I saw a truck. It was yellow. Yeah, it is a really cool feeling being here, seeing these boats. So the first 2 days I was just vibing, and then I went on to Cannes. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not really sure. To find some jobs there, and I saw a truck. Yeah, truck! And I really realized that I kind of want to do trucking also. I want to do trucking and working at boats at the same time. It's crazy. Also, I saw this truck again, and this guy was like, "Why the heck are you filming my truck?" Also, I find it really difficult as an introvert with low self-esteem to go up to these big freaking boats and catch someone that is working there. Hello, hi, excuse me, hi. And then you ask, do you need a crew member? I want to work as a deckhand. Here's my CV, please forward it. And you just know they're gonna throw away your CV in this pile of other CVs because everyone is looking for these boating jobs. But I kept my spirits up and I kept walking and asking boats if they needed someone. And I think they were filming some kind of reality show here, maybe below deck, I don't know. But I was skipping around on these rocks, as you can see to the left. And that's where it happened. I made a jump that was not far enough, and somehow I managed to break my toe. Yep. Well, maybe not break, but I hurt it incredibly bad. So that's where I realized I might as well go home, because even if I find a job right now, I will not be able to work because I cannot even walk. So I went back to the train station and it took me 1.5 hours, I think. I was limping all the way. It was incredibly stupid. This is the room I was staying at. I shared it with 5 other people. And I told the people there, I have to go home, like, today, because I cannot walk. And I am useless here if I cannot walk. I was feeling so sad, and it was so typical. Oh, I think you can see, sorry for feet, but you can see it here. My toe has started to go purple already. So that was a fun trip. Going home again 1 week earlier than I had planned to. Yeah. And another adventure I had was going to Finland on the Monday Bar cruise ship. Heck yeah. But we have another health problem on this trip. Being my wisdom tooth up here started to act up. I actually made a vlog of this trip, so check it out if you want to see how that went. Normally on these trips you bring a couple of friends with you, but none of my friends were able to make it on this trip, which is a bit sad. So I decided I'd paid so much money that I expected to split with others, but no one could show up, so I decided I am going alone. And when I was waiting to enter the boat on the terminal, I could feel like I'm getting dizzy, I'm getting feverish, and my toothache was spreading, and yeah, it was pretty bad. But I went off the boat in Helsinki in Finland, and I found one random dentist clinic that was open, and I asked, can you take out my wisdom tooth? And they're like, you came here from Sweden on a boat and asked us to pull out your tooth? I'm like, yep. They were like, okay, we can do that, sure. And it was like they felt bad for the bill, but it was actually cheaper for me to go to Finland and remove my tooth rather than doing it at home. So, win-win. I felt so incredibly bad on this cruise, but I decided I had to make the best of it in the amount of energy I had, so it is still a great, fun memory for me. And I'm really glad, or I'm glad that I went, even though my tooth was doing its thing. Next time I hope someone will join me, but we'll see. I also did some biking. I did two sponsored videos with Fido, the electric bike company. And so biking has been a part of my summer. I haven't filmed it a lot, and I can see the strap on my helmet is not tight enough. But that's okay, I survived. This is me swimming in the ocean next to Ingo the schooner. I'm not even happy. Everyone was asking, Cassie, are you sure you want to bring your phone out in the water? And I said, yeah, I am sure. This was such an incredible feeling. And as I was swimming, I could see the ship was slowly drifting away, so you had to like swim towards it. And the water was surprisingly warm here, even though it looks really cold. So this is also a core memory. Yeah, 2025 was very boat related for me. We have boats and Norway. I also went to Jul at Liseberg, Christmas at Liseberg, the big amusement park in Gothenburg, and look how nice it is. Everything is Christmas and very nice. Also, I had just bought my new 360 camera here, so I'm testing it out. It was so much people, and I was a bit uncomfortable, to be honest. Taking the boat into the amusement park was a very nice thing. It's one of these river boats. Yeah. So this has been the highlights of my year 2025. Thank you everyone who has been a part of it, watching my videos, making comments on my social medias. I really appreciate you guys. And I just love when I finish editing a video and I publish it on YouTube and I'm like waiting for the comments. I just enjoy doing what I do, and life is pretty good. And for 2026, my plan is to keep working, of course, but the biggest thing is happening at the end of March. I'm going to France again. I'm going to France every year, but this time I'm going to the Alps. I'm gonna try out skiing, maybe snowboarding, but mainly I'm gonna go to Tomorrowland Winter. It's gonna be so incredible. That's another video I never really finished editing, but I will work on that. I was working in the Alps for about 1.5 months during 2023. I went to Tomorrowland Winter, and now I'm going back there, not to work, but just to have fun. And I have received my ticket. Look how nice. So the ticket is basically a bracelet that you have on your arm that grants access to the festival, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Also, you get this. This is butterfly wings, I think. Should we try it on? Wow! I am a butterfly. So, thank you for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned, stay safe. Bye guys. Come. Good boy, happy.